Hello, everybody. As you're coming on, I see we have a handful of people so far. Welcome back. Welcome if you're new. My name is Alicia Lowe, and I am one of your hosts for CommunityFIT, one of your facilitators, actually. And in a moment, James will be on, and we will start our first session of this block of classes that's going to run from today up until Thanksgiving. So our Tuesday, Thursday, 12:15 class is going to be our MoveLab dynamic class. So this is going to be, it's for everybody, but it's definitely going to be for those who have taken the MoveLab classes in the past and are looking for a little bit more of a workout, moving a little bit more into the, more dynamic movements. And then on Wednesday mornings at 9 a.m., we have our foundations class, which will be a little bit more of the, I don't want to say beginner because it's just also just maybe a easier, just not as challenging, I should say, not as challenging as the dynamic. So we hope you'll join us for that too, or if you know anybody who is who would be interested, please pass along our information. And then, of course, we've got our Rest and Restore, formerly Stress Reset. We now call it Rest and Restore on Fridays at 12:15. So it was done a little bit differently this time. If you wanted to save these to your calendar, you did need to click and register for each separate Zoom link. The dynamic class Tuesday, Thursday was one link, and then the Wednesday MoveLab Foundations is another link, and then Rest and Restore is another one. So if you need that email, just pop in the chat, let me know if you need us to resend that so that you can register for those other links as well. Other than that, we hope you've had a fabulous summer and you've stayed cool in this heat. I know it's finally starting to get a little bit better. And just looking forward to seeing the returning students and then some new ones too. So again, thank you. And I will be in the background if you have any questions. Raymond is here as well to help with any technical issues that might come up. And of course, our fabulous instructor, James, will be on in just a few minutes. So thank you, everybody. We'll see you again at the end.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm James. I'm your host for the series of CommunityFIT. I wanted to just take a little bit of time at the top of this hour to talk about this new series of classes. So if you're brand new to CommunityFIT, just know that this doesn't happen every single time. Normally, we come on and we get right into it. But just to answer any questions you might have, MoveLab Dynamic, which is what we're going to play with today, Tuesdays and Thursdays, is really geared towards big movement, fun movement, play. And I don't want to leave anyone behind. So I'm going to bring you along on the journey. And having said that, I want to honor the people who've been with us in MoveLab for 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4+ years, and bring them something sort of new and exciting, a next chapter. So if as we move today or in the next few weeks, you're like, I love it, and I'm also highly confused by some of the terminology, some of the colloquialisms we use in class, that is really MoveLab Foundations. Wednesday mornings. MoveLab Foundations is really the foundations of movement as I see it. So that's where we're going to come together. It's a slower, more depth-based practice, not necessarily beginner at all, although beginners are welcomed. It is an opportunity for all of us to sort of learn a language together, practice and move through some pain points in the body or in a movement practice, some thoughtful pain points like, I don't think I can, I have been told I can't, fill in the blank. Wednesday mornings. And then Reset and Restore on Fridays is, as Alicia mentioned, sort of a new evolution of Stress Reset. Reset and Restore is going to have all of the traditional stress reset practices that we've come to love over the last couple of years, but we're also going to bring forth how to deal with physical tension, how to dive into sleep practices, rest practices, bring in a little bit more meditation, although it's not a meditation class. So it's just, it's a little more robust. It's a little filling out of the edges. So hopefully that helps you to understand a little bit more clearly what dynamic versus foundations is and where stress reset or reset and restore, I'm going to stumble on that over and over and over again, reset and restore, R&R, comes into that. Really, MoveLab dynamic, we're going to explore the foundations of this is an exploration of a re-hit practice. HIT training was really popular, I don't know, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, high intensity interval training. Re-hit is sort of the next evolution of that, which is reduced exertion, high intensity interval training, meaning we're going to go hard sometimes, and then we're going to back off and allow our nervous systems the opportunity to ramp up and come back down, which has extreme benefits for the heart, the cardio system, stress, all of that already built into the practice. So as we explore and play, you're like, oh, I just really want to get up, 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 up. This is not that class. And I encourage you to check out some of the newest movement science on re-hit versus hit and sort of how we caretake our cardiovascular system and how we caretake our bodies. So enough talk, let's get started. I'm James Prater and welcome to MoveLab Dynamic. MoveLab has a protocol to it, and we're going to follow that here. We always start with a little bit of breathing. We go into some of our nervous system attunement exercises, and then we get right into our movement practice. Why? Because at the top of class, we're building up resources that we're going to use throughout this, right? You're going to notice you get ramped up. Your heart pumps a little fast. You might get a little dissociated or hypervigilant when you exercise because exercise is stress on the body. It's good stress. But learning how to deal with that good stress also teaches you how to deal with and metabolize and move through the unhelpful stress. So as we go through this, this is not about getting your heart up for 30 minutes. This is about getting everything up, learning how to bring it back down so you can go back up again. It's about that wave of humanity brought to us in an embodiment and movement practice. So pay attention, practice, develop a relationship with some of these breathing and nervous system warm-up exercises because you're going to need them in class and you're likely going to need them in life. So let's get started. The breath work technique we're going to play with, if you've been around MoveLab or any of my classes for a while, you know this one. We're going to go right into the physiological sigh. Physiological sigh is a double inhale followed by a single exhale. Let's inhale, inhale, single exhale. I'm going to demo it once, and together we're going to do it 5 times, right? Looks and sounds like this. 5 times together. Or more. Last 3. Couple more. Last 1. Bringing your hands together, get them warm. Place your nice warm hands onto either your throat, your chest, or your belly. How do you know which one? Which one feels the best? Here, here, or here. And it might change all the time. This is not normally where I would go, but today, right now, this feels the best to me. So I'm just going to be here, letting the warmth of my hands do the thing. All you're noticing is, does it feel good to do the thing you're doing right now? Later in class, when I say go into one of your reset practices, this is what I'm talking about. A breath work, or this, or maybe it's an orientation. Orientation is simply beginning to look around the room and objectively noticing things in the room versus subjective. Objective noticing would be and sound like plant, plant, candle, door, window, computer, chair, versus plant that needs watering, picture that I don't really like, whatever it is, or thing that I really love over there, thing that my mom bought me over there, right? We're just noticing things in the room as they are, in the way that all of us could notice. And notice things above you, It's like you're intaking your room. You're taking an inventory of your space. Behind you, to the left, to the right. And the last one we'll explore and play with today is shaking. So just literally taking your arm, shaking, 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 let it just shake. It's like you're shaking off the stress. So I've just given you a breathwork technique. I've given you a touch, a therapeutic touch, an orientation, and a shaking movement technique. Reset practices. You have other ones that you've likely learned in class with me or have on your own. So when I say go into a reset practice or reset, this is what I'm talking about. This is an invitation for you to do that. I'm going to do what I need to do. And because this is MoveLab Dynamic, I'm not going to walk you through that. I'm going to trust that now after this and through your practice, you have skills around that, right? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead and take a seat. We're going to have both legs outstretched. Both hands are going to go on your legs, and we're just going to do a little stretch forward and up. It's just a casual stretch forward and up. Come to foundations class. I have a whole visualization around this thing right here to kind of help with flexibility and mobility. From there, arms go behind us, knees are bent, both knees go over to one side, both knees go over to the other side. From there, left arm goes up. Same practice. Other arm. You'll notice my feet stay down and it's simply moving through the legs and the trunk of the body. Let them go over to one side. Let that take you to hands and knees. Tucking the toes, sending our body weight backwards and forward, back and forth. Go back so much that maybe your knees lift and your heels drop. Forward, back. Two more. One more. In with knees down. From there, right into kitty cat push-ups. So I go down and back up. Move that water bowl 4 or 5 inches forward. Down, back up. As far forward as you can go with it. 2 and 1. Sitting back, wiggling side to side. You may need a reset practice there. If you've gotten worked up already, reset. Here's the thing about MoveLab. However you interpret these movements is totally and perfectly correct. Your movement doesn't need to look like mine. What I'm giving you is an architecture of ideas for you to explore and play with. So take the journey how your body needs to take the journey today. From this position, we're going to let left leg go out in front of us. You may notice you have to use some hands to get there, or not. Right leg. Left. Right. Left. Right. Let right be there. Sit down. Let left join it. Move right leg behind. See if you can navigate up onto that leg. You probably come off your mat and then back around. Again, one leg goes out in front. Sitting down. Other leg out in front. One leg comes back around. You can use your hands if you need. Up onto that. All the way. All the way. Sitting down. All the way. Ending on both knees. From there, forward. Right arm goes underneath, just a little stretch. Back up. Left arm. Back up. Right arm. Left arm. Go under. Make yourself into the smallest little shape you can make. Open up. Be big. Go under. Go small. Up. Big and wide. Small. Big. Small. And big. From there, sweep your left leg out behind you. Hold it there. Lift it up, lower it back down. Just get used to shifting between a 4-point balance and a 3. Can you more or less stay stable? Then, if it feels appropriate, liberate that leg to begin to move anywhere it wants to move. Maybe sort of exploring how big of a movement can it make. Here, allowing yourself to shift to left hand, back leg, front leg, kind of just playing all over. Then, set that leg down. Notice any distinctions between the way you feel right and left leg. Then other leg goes out, up and down. And then change your mind and play. Set that leg down. Come up onto high kneel, just your knees. From there, our goal is to get the hands back down to the mat, like this, and then back up. Trying our best to not send the hip weight back or forward. Meaning, as I go down, my butt doesn't counterbalance. My hips stay forward, meaning I gotta figure out how to roll through my spine and go down. From there, as I come up, I don't get to leverage back and then come forward. I have to figure out, how do I keep my hips more or less on top of my knees as I come up? Hips stay more or less over knees. Hips stay more or less over knees. The answer is yes, you should feel hamstrings. You should feel some booty. You should feel some abs. Two more. One more. From there, match striking, right leg forward and back. Match striking left leg. If you're like, I don't know what match strike is, MoveLab Foundations. Match strike and weight shift. And weight shift. Weight shift. Find your center, match strike that leg back. Other side. Other side. And then one more, other side. Now, you can do that same thing one more time each side, or match strike. Hover the back knee. Weight shift, forward and back. Woo! And down. I almost lost that one. Other side. Hover. Weight shift. And down. reset. It's that getting up and learning how to calm back down. Hands and knees. From there, right leg tries to go underneath left and then comes back. Left leg goes underneath right and back. It's like a little pretzel maneuver. Right and left. Right and left. Center. Tuck your toes. From there, left knee lifts and back down. Right knee lift and down. Left, right. Now, if that's hard, keep doing that. Or both knees and down. Both knees hover. And you'll notice this is very different than what we were doing at the beginning. This is not this, right? We've already been there. This is a little hover, an inch or two. Again. 2 more. 1 more. If that was difficult, stay there. Keep practicing that. Or practice liberating the leg. Or practice finding hand balance to hip balance. Because you're going to need all of that to go where we're going next. Hold, hover, liberate left leg behind you, and let it move. Set it down, hold, other leg. Down, down, rest. You feel up, take yourself down. That was hard, stay there. If not, both knees up, step 1 foot back, the other. Hold that plank. Be there, or right leg goes underneath left to a straight leg. Come back, other side. Back, other side. Back, other side. Back, knees down, wrist break. We're building, see? Little bits and components. Working our way up to bigger and bigger movement puzzles. If that's difficult, stay there. Or join me. Right leg goes underneath, straight leg. Liberate left arm, big shapes. Down, take the leg back, other side. Big shape. Down, other side. Other side. Down, rest. Little reset. Shake it out. Touch. Orientation. Let's add some more to that. I'm finding that this mat is not helpful for me today. It's a little soft and squishy. So I'm going to choose to not use it. You make your choice. From there, back, back, leg, big shape, open up, come back around, hand down. Here we go. Leg, big shape, twist, hips to sky, back around, 1 more each side. Remember to stay up. You got to push down. Stay there or twist, twist, open, set down. Come back up. Twist, down, open, twist, sit, up. One more each side. Twist, sit. Shake it out. Breath. Right? You went up. Can you take yourself back down? Little movement. If one of those components is difficult, stay with that. If that last sequence killed your wrists, give it a break. Stay with that. Honor that. We have many, many weeks to come. There is no point in doing what I do if it hurts, right? No pain, no gain, old news, right? We're honoring the felt sense. Here we go. One leg goes under. Open up, twist, sit down. Both arms up, other side, lift, twist. Here we go. The last leg you took through, it was my left. It goes back, open, twist, down. Woo. Twist, down. Here we go. Ending in your plank, hold, or 5 push-ups. Two, one more. Rest, reset. If you discarded your mat, you might want it back. On your mat, bring your knees towards you, and just rock back and forth. One more. Up, stretch, stretch, up, roll. One more. All the way up, open the legs. Right hand does its best to touch left toes. Left hand, right toes. Other side. Other side. 4, 3, 2, one more. Bring your legs together, whatever works for you here. Both hands go to the left, and we twist. And we take a couple of breaths while we're twisted. Undo the twist. Other side. Then twist, single breath. Exhale. Twist, single breath. Head dangles, head rocks, right and left, right and left. All the way up, seaweed spine. Just allowing the spine to move, kind of oceanic, a little bit soft, a little bit supple. Ooh. We got up, we came down, back up. Tucking the toes, sitting back, rocking right and left, stretching through the toes. If this is enough for you, stay here. If not, maybe hands go somewhere by the knees, and we go from this shape to that shape. Or this shape to this shape. Watching that your knees stay relatively close rather than this. Really working through the feet and their connection. And if you've got it, no hands. Two more. One more. And rest. Both hands onto your heart. Take a nice deep inhale into your own heart. Tell yourself thank you for showing up today. First with the MoveLab dynamics. Much more to come. If you were more lost than you were on board, MoveLab Foundations. Tomorrow morning, you'll learn a lot of the language and finesse. Get the body ready for this more dynamic practice. Also, we have a huge library of MoveLab and Stress Reset classes on YouTube. You can go there, practice daily. Take a look at your room. Tell your room thank you. It was an active portion of your workout today. And take a look at anyone on screen, anyone in the room with you, small dogs, cats, animals, all of that included. Thank you for being a part of our community and inviting us into yours. I'm James, and you'll be seeing me a lot. Thanks, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, James. Thank you, Raymond. And thank you, everyone, for joining today. I see a lot of new names and I see a lot of our old friends, too. So thank you so much. We do hope to see you tomorrow morning if you can make 9 a.m. work in your schedule. And again on Thursday as well. You look like you got a workout, James.
I did.
Awesome.
I did.
If anyone has any questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat. James is happy to answer questions after the class. If not, you can always email him at james@jamescrater.com. I'll type that in for you.
Thank
and
you.
you can also email me at CommunityFIT@westernhealth.com. So thank you, everybody, and we will see you soon. There's James' email address right there.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.